Make your night extra special and dine out in the delicious Dobbins restaurant at Shelburne Park. 4-course luxury dining starting from under €30 midweek. It's great food, it's great views, and most important of all, it's great action on the track. Hello and welcome to the Irish Greyhound preview show, brought to you by me, Mick, Livesey, and Daniel Monk. Okay folks, so we are here. It's the final 12, the final hurdle for this year's competitors on their way to making a wonderful final. And don't forget, one step away from walking away with €120,000 and the title of 2010 Ladbrokes.com Irish Greyhound Derby Champion. We have seen some great racing and every one of this year's semi-finalists are worthy of their place, make no mistake of that. We will get down to business very shortly, but first of all, let's have a look at the Derby plate. In the first semi-final, we have St. Louis Spirit, who looked back to his sensational best last week to winning 29.66 and looks a leading player in the Derby plate this year. We think he might have a big say, this fella, you know, and we want to watch in the Laurels and the Ledger towards the end of the year also. He appears to be recapturing his truly exceptional form. He will see opposition from Mustang Johnny and Slippery Dave in this, but he does look the main player. The second semi in the Derby plate, Westmeath Bolt is the headline grabber here with his 29.61 run last week on a flying Shelburne circuit, and is another for the followers of the preview. He's another who we feel may have a big say in this year's Ledger in Limerick, which of course many trainers will be aiming for with the opening of the new stadium and the honour of the first Ledger winner at the new track. Tyra Lucky and Royal Tornado look the main dangers and could cause problems if getting in front early on. There are some interesting runners on the undercard at Shelburne Park, and it's no wonder, with the racing world already focusing on finals night at Shelburne Park. Dogs are getting ready for their preparation so they can sparkle on the night in question. Group Skater and Corporate Attack are both in action and looking to get good preparation for next week's staying races. The final of the Adios Alonso coursing bred sweep will attract the attention of the wonderful coursing dogs and people from the coursing world, and are in action at Shelburne on Saturday night, and features Champion Stakes winner Katunda Ashmore, who has already picked up the Adios Alonso coursing bred unraced at Thurles this year and will look at leading player in this sprint contest. Afflecker Luck and the other gold look dangerous, whilst the coursing kennel of Ruth and Tom Codd is represented with 3 of the finalists. Should be one to watch for all coursing enthusiasts. Okay, it's time for us to get down to business and the first semi-final, and what a cracker it is. The first semi-final of this year's Derby is going to see the top 2 in the betting, with Tullamore Act and Tyra Big Mike going into battle. Tyra Big Mike has looked exceptional in the last few weeks and looks odd to oppose from his track-free draw, but he's facing major opposition in this semi-final. Tullamore Act is looking super at the moment, and he's drawing massive support with his return to form through this year's Derby. Macedo Blue, you can never rule him out, could be a likely early leader, setting the gallop for Tyra Big Mike, but he may struggle on his way home. Colourful Champ has been running exceptionally well and looks well housed in trap 2, and will be the main buffer between Tyra and Tullamore and could benefit from any potential trouble. We do of course have Thurlesbeg Joker, who was our tip to make the final, but he's certainly facing a tough test here and will need to have a blistering start up his sleeve. Finally, by no means least, we have Dromo Hero, who has looked like a real stayer of the future in this event and may just benefit from any trouble early on in this ultra competitive semi. Selections here are 3, 1 and 5. The second semi-final is an interesting one and sees the likes of Thurles Derby Trial Stake winner Foyle's Storm coming into action as the only bitch remaining in this year's event. This has really shown the strength of Foyle's form of late and will certainly draw attention to the upcoming sales on Saturday the 11th of September at Thurles, where 135 lots will be up for grabs, with many to watch. We will have more on that next week for our followers, and we do switch our attention to the semi-final once again. Krug 95 has been showing signs of his English Derby form and looks like a bet to make it into this year's Irish final. Ballymac under shock followers last week when winning his heat in 29.96 and just might be back to his sparkling best. Tyra McGuigan looks to be finding some super form and looks like to be bang at his best for this semi and will be a leading player in affairs. Barefoot Bullet drawn in 6, and will be looking to avoid early trouble, and will be producing a strong finishing charge, which will certainly make him hard to rule out. Hats My Boy is the final one to mention in this semi, and may cause plenty of attention if getting away to a flying start. Selections in our second semi are 5, 3 and 6. We would like to wish all the semi-finalists the best for this year's derby, and most importantly, may they all come home safe. It is absolutely racing at its very, very best. Get to Shelbourne Park, support it, be there, you'll have a story to tell. It's going to be all happening at Shelbourne Park on Saturday. It's a great card, but most important of all, these two semi-finals are absolute crackers. Get there and enjoy it. Okay, it's that time again, folks. It's time for me and Dan to peel off the shirts and give this week's 6-pack. So we hope for all the ladies in our audience, you can handle the image as we get ready for this week's 6-pack. Number 1, Tyra Big Mike to win his semi-final. That's our nap. Number 2, Tullamore Act without Tyra Big Mike to win the semi. Number 3, Krug 95 each way in his semi-final. Number 4, a Tyra double for both dogs to win their semi-finals. Number 5, Katunda Ashmore to win his second race. That's the next best. And number 6, Tyra Ender to win the 6th race. That's Mick's sparkling ring pull. We hope these bring you some winners, and come back to join us next week for the special Derby Final and Derby Final Night preview. Before we leave you this week, we'd just like to say good luck to Peter Noon with Fats Boys Roman, who won his first round in the A3 stake at Dundalk and is nicely through to the next round. Peter Noon supported the show, we support you. Good luck, Peter. Since the preview started, it's been fantastic, but we need your support. We need you to support us. Come on Facebook, join our page, join our YouTube channel, subscribe to us. You know, we need your support to keep this going and to keep building and growing. Already we are being viewed in 13 different countries: the United Kingdom, Ireland, United States, Sweden, Germany, Netherlands, Italy, Australia, Pakistan, New Zealand, Spain, Colombia and Belgium. Help us spread the word, get everybody involved, tell everyone at the dog track, tell all your mates, recommend us to everybody. The more people that's watching, the more things we can do. So please, I'm asking you, please support us.